welcome back to another episode of How Very Oz. Hannah, roll the titles. Once upon a time, there was a stagey girl with a big dream. She hoped, dreamed, and prayed to work at Tesco. Wait, someone's written this script wrong. Can we get a redo?
Take two.
I dreamed a dream that one day I would hit the stage. And so it seems that dream has come true. Whoa, whoa. Oh my God, you guys, it's really happening. My life has been changed for the better, and I'm seizing the day and spinning into the spotlight. How very slay, it's giving queen. How very cringe, get out my scene. It's beginner's call, the stage is set for me. How very Hannah, how very Hannah, how very Hannah, that's the name for my podcast show and your front row. So how very Hannah, hit the lights. How very Hannah, that's too bright. How very Hannah, that was alright. How very Hannah, no key change. Okay, it's my podcast show. Let's go. I'm in official Wicked mode. I can't tell if I look like I'm in Oz or I'm like one of the three blind mice from Shrek. I feel like they have glasses just like this. But hi! I'm going to take them off. I feel disconnected from you. Welcome back to another episode. It's a Wicked one. I hope you've all been enjoying the Wicked movie for good. Obviously, we've all seen part one, hopefully. I hope you're all loving it. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions. I can't wait to be listening to the soundtrack on repeat. Oh, what a celebration we'll have today. And if you haven't already, make sure to catch up on last week's episode with Bronwyn James. She plays Shen Shen in the Wicked movie, so you'll be able to see her in the movie and then see her on the pod. It was a fabulous episode. She is so funny, so hilarious. So I'm so grateful we got her on the podcast, and I'm equally as grateful for today's guests. I am joined by the West End's very own Elphaba Glinda. They need no more introduction, to be honest. So without further ado, let me introduce my lovely guests. But before we do that, don't forget to give this podcast a like, maybe drop a little comment, and please subscribe or follow wherever you get your podcast because it really helps us out. So now I will introduce my guests, all right? Please welcome to the pod, Emma Kingston and Zizi Strallen.
I'll clap you.
Okay.
It's Elphie and Glinda. I'm freaking out over here. Can you tell I've worn my pink and green today for the witches?
Perfect.
And we have a couple of like Wicked related things. Oh my gosh, have you seen the croc charm?
Oh my god.
The Elphaba and Glinda croc charm.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And then we've got Wizard of Oz.
I really do love that.
Thank
I said
you.
that when I saw you had it
Emma's
at
a
the premiere, and I
massive
was
Wizard of
like,
Oz
I
fan.
love the Wizard of Oz. I love that.
I love that you love the Wizard of Oz and now you're doing Wicked. I
Like
feel like
so much.
this
from
was
a kid
meant to
that you
be.
loved it?
Yeah. But like, you know,
that.
for my 18th birthday, one of my best friends bought me this weird, it's not weird actually, I love it, but it's pop art of the 4 characters. I think she bought it in like HMV throwback.
Oh my God, throwback.
HMV.
I know, and
It still exists.
it's framed and above my bed.
Yeah.
So I'm like obsessed, and my friends have all bought me things like the 70th anniversary of the Wizard of Oz, like memorabilia books, and we're about to go, I think, is it the 80th anniversary coming up in a few years? Yeah.
Of the Wizard of Oz.
Came out in 1939. Here I am with my Wizard of Oz trivia.
Get that in the book quick. The Wizard of Oz not actually it's not actually in the quiz book, but Wicked is.
Wicked
I
is,
should
that's
quiz.
okay.
Actually, there's no point me trying to quiz you on that because you're going to know it all.
Well,
no,
who knows?
You might.
No,
don't
you
know.
will.
I'll be like,
you will.
what's that bit?
So obviously, I'm joined by the West End's very own Elphaba and Glinda.
Cool.
And you've been in the show for how long now?
Since March, end of March,
Okay.
so 8 months. Is that right?
That feels wild.
It's gone so quick.
It's gone
Has
so
it?
quick.
Unbelievably fast.
Yeah.
Dream jobs for both of you.
In a way, yes.
They're just such iconic female roles that have
Yeah.
been in sort of, you know, the show world since we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And I think we've grown up with the show being around us as well. So
I always say that, like, with the Wicked movie being what it is right now, literally, I mean, it came out when this is being released like last week, so
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's talking about it. And I think why it's so important to a lot of theatre kids, especially like, I don't know, people my age and people who've grown up with Wicked, is that like that world that we've pictured, and obviously when we watch things on stage, like we do see the world, but we don't feel fully immersed into it.
A lot of it is left to your imagination.
Yeah, you're using your imagination a lot, and to see it like for real, and to like see Glinda's whole bedroom and like all the little details is just so special. And like I feel like a lot of theatre kids, we're nerds. Do you know what I mean? Like we love the small details. We love knowing everything about it. So like
I think that's
it's so
what
special.
John Chu did so well as well. I think it's such a love letter to the theatre show, isn't it? And the fans, like it really is. Like he didn't for one second be like, we're just going to make it our own Wicked. You know, it was very much like, this is what everyone loves, and we're just going to expand on that. And that's why it's so beautiful.
And it's also celebrating theatre kids. I feel like everyone in the film, you know, Ariana, Cynthia, everyone are so like, they're so unapologetically theatrical and love
100%.
theatre,
They
and they're
all
so
came from
stagey
that world as well. That, you know, so many of the principal cast, as well as so many people in the ensemble. I mean, Zizi will tell you because
Zizi's
half her family's in it.
I know. I thought when you thought Cats was our family show, and now it's not. Now it's Wicked. I love that. You can't get away from us.
But it is. It's
Andrew
full
Lloyd
of
Webber's like, damn it.
It's full of theatrical people, which is so lovely to see on screen. People being given those opportunities, even if it's, you know, a line there or you know, a
Oh my God,
cameo
Summer
there.
sings one of the lines.
I went,
food and
"That's so
shelter,"
stunning," and no one around me like got it, and I was like, for goodness sake,
Oh my God,
food
I
and
collapsed.
shelter.
But you can imagine how I felt when my mum was the librarian though, in Dancing Through
It's
Life.
iconic.
Sorry,
though.
people need to know this. I'm sure they do. But Zizi's mum,
Sharida,
the librarian in Wicked Part 1.
Johnny Bailey.
Sorry, I feel
her
the most...
boyfriend, that's what she calls him, my boyfriend, Johnny.
Are they besties?
Well, they absolutely fell in love, yeah. And Ariana fell in love with her as well. Bought her a
what
massive
not to
big bouquet
love?
of flowers, everything. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because my mum has everything pink phone case, pink bag. She has what she calls her dancing bag. So she takes her.
She's so iconic.
And so Ariana was obviously obsessed with that. You know,
Yeah.
like she was like a walking, talking Glinda kind of thing. And she just loved her.
Oh my God. And one of the most iconic roles in that film, like the cameo, just so funny.
It's so excellent.
It's just brilliant. Yeah. Bless my
So
mum.
Wicked's been, stagiest family in the UK. The UK Kardashians. But more talented. No offense to the Kardashians. Whoa, I'm getting cancelled.
Maybe not in the business world.
No, but
They're
in the
definitely
theatre
more business.
world, wow. I mean, not to make it about me, but I learnt about your family in 2007 because I was a kid in Sound of Music with Summer.
Oh my God.
She was Maria. Yeah.
I saw that with Summer.
Did you?
Yeah, she took over from
there was-
Connie Fisher.
Yeah, there were 3 teams, so it might not have been me.
Okay.
But let's say it
probably
was.
still have
And
my
I probably-
programme,
Lisa
so
was
do you know
great,
what?
wasn't she?
I'm going to find my
Yeah,
programme.
please do. Yeah, and it
you
was
were the Regita, that one.
like the annoying one. It really shaped me into who I am
It
today.
doesn't make any sense, that one. That was
The little
excellent.
bratty one, yeah.
Love it.
It says a lot. No, but like I learned about your family then, and then went to see a chorus line. Mum was like, "Oh, that's a Strallen on the wall," and I was like, "Oh my God, like they're everywhere." It's iconic.
Yeah.
And also a lot of the kids in the show and their families used to go to the dance school.
My nan's,
Yeah.
the Young Set.
Young Set.
We've got 3 in the Wicked cast now from Young Set.
Wait,
Abby Quinnen, Hannah Taylor, me, yeah.
so they're all like OG Young Set.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I know.
It's
It's
an amazing,
Stagey
it's
through
an
and
amazing
through.
family legacy.
100%.
It is. But it's, it's very much just what we do for work as well, though, in my
Yeah.
family. It's just very kind of, I don't really ever think of it as something special. I know, but it's so lovely when people talk about my family like that, because what's really lovely is I feel like people's faces light up when they talk about my family, which is so nice, because the worst thing you want is like, oh God,
not the
Strallen. You know what I mean? So it's lovely that people are like, oh, Sharida or Summer, so that's lovely, but I don't really think about it, which is wild.
But it is quite crazy to have so much talent in one family. Do you know what I mean? Like it might seem normal to you.
Yeah.
But
Call
like
it your family business, don't
is
you?
a
yeah,
family
and
business.
it's family business, but like
Apparently one of the stagiest things things I ever said was somebody said to me, so do you all get around the piano at Christmas and sing songs? And I said, God, absolutely not. We're all usually working, so it's a day off for us. And we're all
You're all asleep on the sofa.
Apparently that was more stagey than getting around the piano.
That is so
Brilliant.
stagey.
The fact that it was all a day. It was Christmas Day is just a day off for us.
Yeah, you're like, yes, a day off. Get me to bed. I mean, but to have that much talent in one family is crazy. Like, you know, love my family, but they've got one person that's doing musical theatre professionally and everyone else isn't. Do you know what I mean? So to have everyone be doing it, it's mental.
I always think that's so beautiful though, when you meet people like, I don't know if you're watching Strictly this year, but like with Lewis, like his whole family, he's got like 13 brothers and sisters or something.
Wow.
And they're all boxers and things like
That
that.
is
And
great.
it's just
Yeah,
this,
that's
like
mad.
one ridiculously talented guy in this massive family. And you just think, where have you come from? I always love things like that.
Must just be like in the genes.
Yeah,
in the
somewhere.
blood somewhere.
Yeah, it's in your dad's genes. He'd love me for saying
Is
that.
he
wouldn't he?
stagey?
Well, my dad
He's
used
a
to
star.
do. My dad used to do a lot of Amdram. So, and I think my grandma went to university, if I'm correct, and that she did English literature and maybe drama.
Okay.
So I think she always loved, you know, watching the MGM musicals and that sort of thing. And, you know, I think there was always music playing in the house. And so when I was little, my dad would do Amdram. The way in which he would learn the shows were to put on the cast albums in the car. So anytime...
Wait, is that not how you learn?
But anytime, and you know, my dad's from Liverpool, so if we used to drive up to Liverpool to see my grandparents, it would be, right, 3-hour car journey, what should we put on? I know.
Barbra Streisand.
Or the 10th anniversary concert of Les Mis, because from start to finish, we'll be in Liverpool. So,
Perfect.
you know, and we used to have like family sing-alongs in the car, not that tuneful most of the time, but
You're like, Dad,
You're just in the back belting it.
Yeah.
I mean, having said that, my brother and sister will probably listen to this and goes, we can all sing in tune.
Excuse me, we have full part harmony.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm the only one who joined the circus, whereas the others very much keep it as something they love to go and see or as a hobby.
And I've always felt connected to you, Emma, from when... I mean, my first big professional job was Heather's.
Which we did together.
Which
full
was
named me for
Emma Kingston.
weeks.
I couldn't
You're
call
still Emma Kingston to me.
Yeah, I
really.
can't just call you
Emma
Emma. I mean, I just did, but like Emma Kingston. Even Zizi Strallen, I feel like it's a full name kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're now Hannah Lowther.
Yeah.
Apparently.
There you go.
Or how very Hannah. No,
Well, there you
it's
go.
not got the same ring to it. I got engaged recently.
Congratulations.
Not that I've mentioned it at all. And everyone's like, you're going to change your name? I was like, no. You know, not professionally. I will, legally, but professionally, I'm not... Hannah Lowther is sticking.
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah.
Anyway, Emma was my Heather Chandler.
I was.
And I was first cover Heather Chandler. Cover. We have a little piece of Heather Chandler on the set here. Can you see that?
Is it the neck bow?
The top of the bow. I stole that.
Cute.
I can't remember if and the croc charm. You're on 2 croc charms, girl.
Yeah.
You need to get cast as
I
the
took my
Phantom.
Heather Chandler scrunchie.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I was going to say,
I mean, that's just a red scrunchie, really. So I feel
It is
like
just a red
you can
scrunchie. So
get that there.
I took the
Yeah, same.
scrunchie.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it was really nice getting to experience covering for the first... Why do I feel emotional? To experience covering for the first time and have someone as lovely and gracious and experienced as you. Why do I feel like I'm going to cry? Sorry, that's really embarrassing. But like, whenever I think about working, you know, and doing different jobs and being a cover, which I've done a lot, I always think back to like how amazing and lovely you were. And like, you taught me what's right. Do you know what I mean? And how I would want to treat other people and how, you know, it's nice to be treated. So I just wanted to like...
both of us, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we both covered, I think, have you been a swing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I've never been a swing, thank God, because I'd be dreadful at it.
Oh, I did it once and I said, that's not for me.
Sure.
Other people who are more
Yeah.
talented than me can do that. So I was like,
you know,
I can't do that.
we've both covered, we've both been in featured ensemble roles and supporting roles and then now leading roles that like, and we've all had people in leading roles who may not have been the best at leading a company, not necessarily their talent in the show, but sometimes I always thought, especially going into something like Wicked, it was really important for me, and I know Zizi as well, to be sort of like the anchors of a company.
Yeah.
You know, we trusted in each other that hopefully we were going to do a good job on stage. But I think your time at work is made really by the people you work with and the environment that's backstage as well as on stage. And I think you have to trust people. And without that trust of your company, it becomes a tricky experience and environment to work in. So I've always wanted to try and create that. And also, I just don't think anyone is above anyone, whether it's you're filming and you're top of a call sheet or you're playing Elphaba or Glinda in Wicked. Like, it was something actually on my very first job, the resident director said to us, you know, thank you all for being here, blah, blah, blah. Whoever is playing these roles, covering these roles, you rent it for the day that you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you do shows like Heathers, Wicked, Les Mis, any of these shows or a revival that's happened before. Even if you originate something, someone will do it after you. Yeah. Or when you're off sick, will do it that day. So sometimes, like, to try and take so much ownership over something that, you know, you become intimidated by those around you, I think only goes to screw up your own performance and your own experience. Because if a panel of people already believed in you to get the job, and we all know how hard it is to get the job in the first place, that no one is coming for your job. Yeah. You know, for that time that you're contracted, that is your job, that is their job. That whether you're a cover or whatever, you know, no one is coming for you. Yeah. Like, you know the job.
We're all just trying to do our jobs.
Yeah. So much more of a nice environment as well if you just celebrate each other.
Yeah.
Like, we're all so unique as performers. We're all just completely different people, and we might be up for the same role or covering a role or, you know, but we're all so different and everyone's going to play that role differently. So if you're playing a role, it's just so important to celebrate the people that are covering you and
100%.
Because you're just like, oh wow, oh my God, I wish I could do it like that. Or that's so cool the way you do that line or whatever. And it just makes the whole building a bit more of a nice environment.
I also think, like, in general in life, especially as women, people pit us against each other all the time without us even doing it.
Totally.
So it's so important for us to just, like, ignore that. I found, especially with Six, because it's a show that's about competing. It's about six queens competing against each other. Who's the best and and who's everyone's favorite queen and stuff like that.
About my family, because you wouldn't be surprised how many times I get asked about that with me and my sisters.
Oh, really?
Like, is there any competition in the family? It's like, no, because we actually just celebrate each other.
Yeah, because we're all just supportive.
Actually quite different, you know. Yeah. It's actually much more fun to just support each other.
Yeah, it really is.
Such different roles between you.
Yeah.
But even if you hadn't, like, you're all individuals.
Well, me and Scarlett have both played Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we're quite different people, and we played it differently. And I could only dream of playing it like her. You know, I sat in the front row when I was 15 and watched my sister play Mary Poppins. I couldn't believe that I was playing that role. You know, how many years later? 12 years later. Yeah, it's just incredible. And so I think, I mean, I think also just like going back to covering and things like that and leading our company, just setting an example backstage as well, you know, theatre etiquette and stuff. We've been in this industry quite a long time now, and it's just really important, I think, for both of us to do that, isn't it? Like, to,
because it's not something they teach, and like it's something I've learned. I'm still learning, and like we're all still learning, and like everyone works in different ways. And I've told this story so many times, but like in Heathers, I remember just getting to the dressing room and just, I didn't have the towel that everyone has on their spaces. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's not necessarily a thing for everyone.
Everyone bought these towels and put them on their spots. I was like, what the heck is that?
But it's something so lovely though, isn't it? I love having a dressing room towel.
Yeah, you put your towel on your... dressing room towel. I still always forget to bring a towel. But they put it on their station because like you can clean your towel and then, you know, you've got like a clean little station. You've got all your stuff on your towel. Like I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm just got my spot. I'm chucking my things over. I'm going, oh, has anyone got any detergent? Like chaos.
Oh, I love that.
And
to be fair though, that dressing room was chaos.
Yeah, there was like 15 of us and there was 7 seats or something. Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was chaos. And people would just be like, Hannah, just so you know, like just keep your stuff to your space. I was like, oh yeah, thank you. Like, and it all came from the space of like, just so you know. And I'm like, me trying to be dance captain. So could someone tell me what dance captain is?
That's so funny.
But you took to that so well.
Oh, it was terrifying.
But you were a brilliant dance captain.
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
Great.
Thanks. I fear I'm never going to have to do that again. I hope. No, do you know what?
It's
It was
such
good.
a hard job being dance captain.
It was life
You
consuming.
have to be sort of in charge, but then also in the company,
Yeah,
and everyone's
it's
friend,
hard.
but then have a position of authority. It's
Yeah, and we didn't have a residence. So like I was the only person with any authority. And I was like, it was my first job.
Yeah, it's hard.
Which is hilarious. And I didn't really, we didn't have any swings. So every day was a cut show, a different cut show. Yeah.
God,
it was.
you learnt a lot on that job.
I learned a lot on that job.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end of the contract, Vicky Lee Taylor, love her.
Oh,
She,
I love Vicky Lee Taylor.
and I was next to her in the dressing room as well. And she looked as though I left and went, oh no. I'm sure, oh no, I'm next to Hannah. And I was just like crying mess all the time, like on my laptop, like
No,
trying to cut the show.
she's been there. She knows as well that.
Yeah. And she,
Yeah.
at the end of the contract, she did like a speech for some of us that were leaving. And she said, Hannah, I don't even know why I'm crying louder. And I was like, that's so true. That's me for the whole job. Like, I don't even know why I'm crying, but I just am. But everyone was so lovely. And I learned so much from mainly from the company members. And, and just like learning also how I work and how... I don't know. I learned a lot about myself.
I think you do on every job. It
You
takes
do.
different experiences from every job that you do, just because sometimes, the people are different, the production teams are different, the spaces are different, and a tour is different to being in town, to being, like a 10-week regional run, or whether you're doing a play or a musical or a TV show, everything, you'll learn something different every time.
Yeah.
And, that's the amazing thing about what we do, is that everything evolves and it keeps moving and it's always different.
Yeah.
And every character you play can teach you things about yourself as well.
What do you think Elphaba and Glinda have taught you about yourselves?
A lot, actually. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, really, they go on such a journey as people. Until I've been a part of the show, I sort of took that for granted. And then the more we've kind of got to know these characters, the more it's just so special, the journey that they go on as people. And, the time period is so big in everyone's life, from when you're sort of like in your late teens to, a few years later. You learn so much about yourself in that time period, and you learn so much about your friendships and who you are as a person. Like, it's just, and they've learned so much about themselves and each other, don't they?
Yeah.
These girls, and everyone around them. And it's also like, I never realised, I think when you're younger, you listen to the music and you think, oh, wow, it's amazing. But it's only now I've realised that it's really a story about acceptance and accepting who you are as a person, accepting that you have flaws, and accepting that people around you have flaws too, and that everyone's all just trying to figure it out, and you're not a bad person or a good person. Everyone's just sort of trying to live and be the best that they can be, and everyone makes mistakes and goes through things, and people can be so quick to brand you as like good or bad. Exactly. And I think that's what's so special about this show, because it kind of teaches, it kind of lets
not
go
everything
of
is
that.
what it seems.
Yeah. And this story, The Wizard of Oz, that everyone knows, and it's like the Wicked Witch of the West, the Good Witch,
Glinda
the Good Witch,
the good one,
the good one, or something like that. Yeah. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Like, it's as black and white as that. But actually, Wicked is so good in breaking it down. It's like, it's not that simple, and it's not always what you see.
Are people born wicked or have wickedness thrust upon them?
Yeah, exactly.
Say that down the lens.
Yeah.
No, but I think
no, seriously, do it.
What's the line?
Give me my line. It's Glinda's line.
God.
Are people born wicked or have wickedness thrust upon them? There you go.
It's a great question.
It was a good impression of me.
Many people do. What's it?
Oh, I don't know.
That's it. That's in
the
Oz.
movie. Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
We are. Are people born wicked, or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? After all, she had a childhood.
There you go.
That's
Glinda's in the room.
Yeah, that's it.
I love seeing some of the changes between the UK version and the Broadway version.
Elphaba is not the comic relief in the show. Therefore, she's sort of very much the character who's on a mission. I don't necessarily think she takes herself crazy seriously, because I just think she's so used to everyone, making fun of her. But she has a very specific point of view, and she sees things quite literally, and she is about justice. And, there's no peripheral on her want for justice. Whereas I think perhaps there's more playfulness to be had with Glinda as a character. So therefore people make very different choices.
I mean, for me, I've always wanted to really find the truth in Glinda, because she does go on quite an emotional journey. It's quite a big shift from Act 1 to Act 2. And so I never like to make her too caricature in Act 1, because then no one's going to believe the heartbreak that she feels in Act 2.
Yeah.
So you've sort of got to find these real moments for Glinda, so that it kind of lands a bit more that she is genuinely heartbroken about Fiyero, and about her friend, losing her friend. And there's so much forgiveness in our story. Like, you know, with Glinda, for me, like she forgives her best friend and her fiance, you know, for like running off together, because she sees that they were actually genuinely in love, and she puts herself to one side. And I just think that's such a big thing for somebody to do. You know, not many people would do that.
Yeah.
And she sort of puts her friendship first, and it's
almost for like the greater good.
Yeah,
as it were.
Greater good.
And she actually is really good.
Yeah.
You know?
At heart.
At heart. Yeah.
So the audition process for Wicked, how many times have you auditioned, Emma?
I first auditioned in 2016.
Wow. So it's been like a 10-year journey.
And I'm still 22.
Yeah, so how does that make sense? Because you're only 22.
I know.
Yeah,
the math is
the math is math.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever went in for the show.
Yeah.
And I was up for standby Elphaba at the time, and I did 6 rounds.
Wow.
And got down to the wire. Tapes were sent off to America, and then it didn't go my way. And then I went back in 2019, where I did 3 rounds, because I was then in for the role. And then this time round, it was, okay, come in, just do the stuff. We know who you are.
Oh, fine. Okay.
I think the team of Wicked have a plan.
Yes,
I think that's why people shouldn't, if they see themselves playing Glinda or Elphaba one day, don't get disheartened if you don't get it the first time.
Lucy Jones talks all the time about how she auditioned for it for years.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have a plan. I think they see people and go, yes, but not yet.
In 10 years.
Yeah, they do.
And they
like
line
in a couple
people
of years,
up.
or
Yeah.
they really do.
Which is really good, but it can be hard as an actor, like going into audition again and again and again.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
And them not just saying, come back in 10 years. You know what I mean?
I know.
Because if that's always the plan, then why are we putting ourselves through this turmoil of auditioning again and again and again?
I think they kind of think, oh, well, maybe if they come in and they've really changed.
Yeah, you know,
and-
anything can happen. So true.
Yeah.
And have you auditioned for Wicked before? Was this
No, I was a oneer.
Oh
so
my
people
gosh.
in Wicked, they say like you either audition loads of times or you audition once.
my
Like there's
God.
nothing in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I'd kind of thought that it had passed me by. It was a role that I always thought I could play, maybe. But I just sort of, the years were going on. I thought, I'm probably a bit old now. And then like it just.
No such thing.
Well, it just sort of came up last year. I was like, oh, you know, with the film coming out and all of that, I was like, that's exciting. But honestly, in my first round, I thought they hated me.
Really?
I thought, oh no, Petra hated every single thing I did.
Feeling.
Honestly, they were just like, oh no. Like I went, and I remember FaceTiming. I was on a FaceTime with all 3 of my sisters, and I was in rehearsals for Cake, and I was outside the rehearsal room at Whack Arts, or whatever. And I was on FaceTime to my sisters, and I was like, well, I'm not getting it because they hated me. And then I phoned them like half an hour later. I was like, oh, I got a recall.
Spoke to you soon.
Yeah, I was like, oh, genuinely shocked.
Wow.
And then and I did like 4 rounds, and then
Okay, cool.
got it.
It's weird, isn't it, when you come out of an audition like with just this gut feeling that you haven't got it?
I know,
Because
Those are usually
often
the
like
ones I
they're
get.
the ones that
It's the ones where you walk out and you're like, nailed it. Got it.
And then it's
I
like
don't hear anything.
refreshing your inbox every minute. Nothing's coming through.
Past announcement comes out. Oh, I'm still in the mix.
Yeah. I think
Still a
bizarrely,
heavy
because
pencil
I've
there.
been in for it a couple of times before, this time round I just went, oh, I'm just leaving it up to fate this time.
See,
because
that's why it happened.
Yeah,
and that is why it happened. I think, you know, the first time I went in, I was 2 years out of college, and, you know, I'd done 6 rounds and I'd got to the final for a show I'd always wanted to be in for its 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it, and I just thought, oh, okay. And then the second time I went in, when it was for the role, I remember that hurt. That really hurt because I thought, oh my God, they're bringing me back in this time around for the role. So, and I think I'd just played Eva Peron. So I thought, well, I've just had this big role, but it wasn't in the UK. So now this is my trajectory and my time. And it wasn't. But then you have to trust the timing of everything because I can't imagine doing it with anyone other than Zizi.
Yeah, that is crazy, isn't it?
It
Like, you
does
just
feel
never know
perfect.
if you'd got it the year before or like the year after, like what a different experience you might have had.
Or, it's all if you come in and say someone had decided to say someone decided to stay in the role after a year and then you're coming in as a solo and then someone has been in it for a while. Like, it was just so lovely that for our cast change anyway, we had such a big cast change and a lot of the principals that we felt like we were rehearsing a brand new show.
That's so nice.
And we had like loads of new ensemble as well and swings and we had basically a whole company in the rehearsal room.
Yeah,
so
that's
it was
incredible.
like,
we had about 27 new cast.
You can actually do it with people around you.
Yeah, instead of just, sometimes on long running shows, you may not get a chance to rehearse with the actual remaining company till much further in the process. Whereas we built all of our relationships together, which I think is why it feels really special for us on stage as well.
Because for context, like if a long running show has a cast change, for example, my friend's just gone into Matilda.
Right.
They have to call, like any time they want full company there, they have to call in. This is to the audience. I know I'm telling you guys, they're like, yeah, we know. They'd have to call in everyone who's in the current cast in to do extra rehearsals, which for them, when they're already doing maybe 2 shows that day, is a lot. So they're not going to call everyone in for every single rehearsal.
I did 2 years on Les Mis, and for my second year at Les Mis, we were in at 10 o'clock in the morning for rehearsals with the new company. And sometimes as well, parts of different songs, they might go, oh, let's try this rhythm this year. But then you'd have to go back to your evening show to a different version of it or a different timing. And then you have to remember that, okay, so I'm going back into my dressing room with these people, but those tracks have then during the day been with these people.
Yeah, that's so stressful.
Yeah, and you're doing, 12-hour days. It's a long day.
This episode is sponsored by Jesus Christ Superstar, because it's coming to London very soon. I'm here to tell you that tickets for Jesus Christ Superstar go on sale tomorrow. Well, it depends when you're listening to this, but on Wednesday the 26th of November, tickets go on sale for Jesus Christ Superstar at the London Palladium with Sam Ryder starring as Jesus. It's his West End debut, guys. I feel like tickets are going to fly off the shelves. It's a unique staging of the Olivier Award-winning smash hit worldwide production, and it's going to be at the London Palladium for only 11 weeks in summer 2026, so we've got to be there. We simply must. As opposed to a spaceman summer, Sam Ryder's going to be having a Jesus hot girl summer at the London Palladium, and I, for one, am very excited to see him make his West End debut. I think it's going to be amazing. Let's manifest getting Sam Ryder on the pod. That would be iconic. All you stagey kids who saw the Regent's Park open air production of Jesus Christ Superstar and said, it needs to come back. Well, it's happening. It's coming back. 20th of June to the 5th of September. Get your tickets. There'll be a link in the description, and I'll see you there. I don't know, I pointed down. I don't know where the description is. Hannah's Hotline. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh,
That's the phone and it's ringing. Quick, get it.
do I answer it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi guys, I'd love to know what dream roles you'd still love to play.
I would say I have 3. The first one.
That's funny for me. That's funny. I've got 10. Here we go.
I've got. Okay.
Sit down, grab a broom.
Fanny Bryce and Funny Girl.
Have to.
Correct.
It's a must.
Yeah, it's a must.
I would really like the chance to play Lucille in Parade. And I want to originate something and do a cast album so someone can say, oh, do you remember that show with Emma Kingston on the cast album?
That someone will be me.
Excellent.
So I'll listen to it.
Thank you. That's a good range, actually, of like 2 actual shows and then one that doesn't exist yet. But like,
someone's
it's
going to
an
write
idea of a dream role.
Someone's gonna write something for me, and I'll win my Tony Award.
Yeah, well, you've said it on the podcast, so it must come true.
Do you know
and
what
we're
I
all
mean?
going to win the lottery too.
Yes.
I'm kidding. No, it will happen. Right.
I'm very lucky that I have played 2 of my dream roles. So one was Fran in Strictly Ballroom because it was my favourite film growing up. And when they announced they were doing the show, I was like, it was like you with Fanny Bryce. It was like, I must be Fran in Strictly Ballroom.
Yeah.
And then I was.
You were fabulous in
and
it.
Then, cheers. And then Mary Poppins. But I would love to do a version of Sweet Charity, where I played Charity, because Charity's my middle name, and I've always had a link to it, and I just love it so much. I think it could be like a amazing dancing role as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I love Louise in Gypsy as well.
Oh my God, you would be amazing.
Because she sort of goes on that journey of like, I love a journey.
I saw Gypsy on Broadway and wow.
With Audra and Joy.
Yeah.
We were sat where I get to take my clothes off at the end.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, perfect. we all say that on this.
Rewrite the
They're
end of
used to
Wicked.
that with me. It's fine.
I heard it said.
Gypsy Rosalie sings for good. What a crossover. But yeah, and also, yes, just always original stuff. Like, you know, it was incredible creating Marie Antoinette, you know, and Cake.
God,
and
that was
things
so
like that. I've
good.
been lucky, you know, enough to do things like that. And I just love creating new stuff.
Guys, your careers are actually insane.
They are when we go on podcasts and
you like list
someone
these
asks
off.
me
When I
to talk
think
about it. I do find it bizarre. I'm like,
Yeah.
because it feels like you're talking about someone else. It never feels like you're
But
talking
sometimes
about
I feel
yourself.
like it was someone. Like I went into Dirty Dancing at the Aldwych when I was 17 years old, and I remember I was in a studio dancing with this like 35-year-old man, and I it was incredible. Like, but I just think to that girl, you know, who was learning to be a swing at Pineapple in Dirty Dancing at 17 to like now, and like the stuff that I've done from there to then, the auditions that have gone terribly, and the jobs that I haven't got, and the jobs that I've, you know, thankfully have got. And it's just, it is crazy when I think about it.
It's mad because like I will think about doing roles and being like, oh, like, you know, when am I going to get the chance to do that? Like I don't know. Like I would think about doing roles and then be like, oh, I just don't know if that's ever in my future. So it's really nice to hear that, like, you know, your guys' careers have been so long, and like, obviously you started when you were 17 or probably even before that, but like, you know, you've done these roles and you've done so many dream roles and you've still got so much more space to do more.
I thought
and it's
Elphaba
not
genuinely was just one of those things that people forever and a day were going to ask me, oh, when are you going to play Elphaba?
like
And
a
I was
fever
like,
dream.
And I was just like, well, I'm not the one who's in control of that. I can do as many concerts and sing it as much as you like, but actually, like, you know, playing it,
Stephen Shaw.
actually.
but you know, playing it, I was beginning to think maybe that's just not on the cards for me. Maybe I have to go away. And again, I thought my break, as it were, was going to come from maybe doing something original and someone was going to take a chance on me, and then things.
I think the dream
just
role
do
thing
happen.
is also like, it's lovely to have ideas of roles that you want to play, but also if that doesn't happen, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Like,
And the roles change as you get older.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I was younger, all I wanted to do was play Eponine and Les Mis because I was obsessed with Lea Salonga on their 10th anniversary concert. And
With
it was
your dad in the car.
with your car journey.
do you know what I mean? But I had the VHS and I watched it almost like every single weekend because that's the show I completely grew up with because that existed before I was born.
Yeah.
And then to be able to do that show, and then, you know, I covered Eponine, and even just, you know, covering it, like, that feels like a fever dream for me.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's that thing as you get older and the roles may change and differ. So,
and you also just never know like what role is going to be right for you at that time. I think
Exactly.
often, like, you know, you build a job up in your head of it being a certain way, or a role being something that's, you know, like you said, like something that's going to be your big break or something that's going to be life-changing for you, and it actually might not even be the most memorable job or your favorite job. Like it could be, you know, something you originated that was maybe not as big, but it's so special to
for me,
you.
In the Heights at Southwark Playhouse,
Yeah.
that, you know, In the Heights at Southwark was 2014. Hamilton didn't exist. And we honestly thought that we were putting on this tiny little show in the UK. It had won Tonys on Broadway. But, you know, like, the social media wasn't so big, and therefore people's
like the outreach of it.
knowledge of what these other shows were, if they were, you know, specific about a Latin community in Washington Heights, wasn't necessarily always going to translate to a UK audience. And, you know, our creative team was so young when we did it. You know, it was Drew McConey, Luke Shepherd, and just, you think, we were a bunch of kids putting on a show at Southwark Playhouse, and in truth, it like changed all of us. And you think, we didn't think anyone was going to come. Like, you know, this show with some Latin music,
Oh my God, I love In the Heights so much.
Yeah, it's so good. I think I came to watch that production,
Maybe
I
at
think I
King's
did.
Cross.
Oh, I saw it at King's Cross.
When it went back up again.
Yeah.
But that first...
I saw it at Southwark. I saw you.
That first Southwark run just...
was so special.
It was so special because no one knew what it was going to be.
But then you have to like take a chance on some things, don't you? Like the girls who did 6 originally didn't know 6 was going to be 6.
No.
Do you know what I
No
mean? They
one
were
knew
just
6 was
doing
going to be 6.
Edinburgh Fringe show. Like you just never know with these things.
Look at
And as
things
much-
like Operation Mincemeat and how incredibly that's done. You know, that you just...
You have to just do things that make you happy.
Yeah. And so I get like I agree. I think the dream role thing is tough because I get asked all the time, "What is your dream role?" It's like, "What do you want to play next?" And it's like, I don't know. Like whatever comes along and whatever's right. Like I've obviously got like a list of shows. I'm like, I'd love to play that role. I'd love to play that role. Like,
I saw Chess on Broadway last week, and I would really like to play Florence. I'm just putting that out there. What a
you have to get it in
banger of a role.
The music
is that
in
the one
show's
that Leah Michelle
so
played?
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to get her on the pod.
Yeah. Well, big up my brother-in-law. He plays the Arbiter.
Well, there you go.
Arbiter,
Yeah.
Oh, what on Broadway?
Yeah,
He's
Bryce
amazing.
Stagey.
I know.
He's so good.
He is impeccable.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
Bryce
amazing.
Pinkham
really?
is one of
I
the
saw
best
him in
performers
Gentleman's
ever.
Guide to Love and Murder as well. I sadly didn't see your sister in it, but I did see. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, he's in
my
so
God.
Chess,
he plays,
Florence.
like, the narrator.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's never ending with our family.
Marrying in. No, I was going to say like dream roles. Like I don't know. I'd love to play Penny Pingleton in Hairspray one day.
Oh, I see
Or
that.
like, you
oh,
know,
yeah, I saw you in that as well at Leicester Cow.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'd love to play Dawn in Waitress.
Yes,
Yeah.
you'd be so good.
I'd love to play Elle Woods.
Yeah.
I'd love to play.
Glinda, you've got to play Glinda.
I'd love to play Glinda one day.
You'd be a lovely
I don't feel ready
Glinda.
yet though. I don't know.
It's funny you say that because people have asked me, do you think you would have been able to do the show when you first auditioned for it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And I think, yes, like vocally, singing the songs, yes, I could have done that 10 years ago. But no, not like that. But sort of, you know,
I agree.
I think you have a quiet confidence in your ability of what you're able to do.
100%.
But would I have been able to lead the show, like as we were sort of saying earlier? No.
Yeah,
and I
I
think
felt it was a big responsibility.
I
with
think
these roles.
leading the
really
show
hard as well.
Yeah. Leading the
being
show-
honest, like these roles are
they're hard.
Yeah.
And leading the show and doing the show are so like they're such different things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's knackering this
I
job.
bet. Oh my
But
God.
it's so rewarding and incredible.
I always think people talk a lot about how Elphaba is such a difficult track, and there's a lot of talk about how big a singer is vocally and how, you know, physically it's hard. People talk, you know, people have shared a lot online about that Mary Space Kate. We love her.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think people talk enough about how hard Glinda is.
I agree.
They really don't.
I think people hear the big belty songs of Elphaba and they go, oh wow, they sound really difficult. But I think Elphaba as a character is, especially by Act 2 and No Good Deeds, she's got so much intensity that kind of fuels you to go to those places. Whereas you look at a song like Popular or Thank Goodness, or even just the opening, and
I
suddenly,
mean, the start of the show, and it's
start of
given.
the show.
you know, you're giving top C's and then you've got to give it commercial contemporary belt. Like it is all over the place.
range of Glinda is like I have to warm up every single part of my voice because at the start, because even in the last 10 minutes you're singing I do believe I have been changed for the better, and then at the end, because I knew, like you're like, right, okay, like
No problem, I can do that.
She's got a
and then
3-octave
jumping up and
range.
down and
like
crying and
not even talking about like the physical aspects, like
Yeah.
seeing it, the way you're like running around the stage left, right and center and like doing so much physically, which is like incredible to watch, but like it must be on a raked stage.
Well,
as
there's a
well.
difference with Broadway. So the Gershwin Theatre on Broadway is massive.
Right.
And the Apollo Victoria is not Backstage.
Right.
So, for example, whenever Glinda or Elphaba have to cross to the other side of the stage, you have to go down and underneath. Whereas on Broadway, you just go behind the stage.
So I think we do about 15 flights of stairs every
Yeah.
show.
Stop it right now.
So I know that for when I'm doing As Long As You're Mine and I go off one side of the stage, I then have to go down a set of stairs, cross underneath, come up the stairs and back onto stage.
yeah, and it's not giving like leisurely walk. It's
It's
giving
absolutely
like
not.
run.
And I have to run down to then do No Good Deed. And you have a few like
During I'm Not That Girl.
Yes.
I do the kiss on the bridge. I go over the bridge, kiss on the bridge, down underneath.
and come back like the train station.
Laps around.
Love things like that. Like
Yeah.
I live for seeing that.
Yeah.
And I love that like more and more on social media and, even in mainstream media, we're seeing more of like the behind the scenes from shows and stuff like that. Because I find it so interesting. And I think a lot of other people do too, like seeing what goes into it. Obviously we watch a show and we see the glitz and glam, but that's what I personally love about sharing content, is like showing actually like what people are doing, because I actually think it helps people appreciate what performers are doing.
That's why I have that picture framed that Danny with a camera took of me as Mary Poppins, and I'm climbing out because on my final flight I got to the top and then I had to run across this sort of like level thing and then climb through a hole and then run down all the stairs to the bow, and there's this picture of me looking like something out of a horror film as I'm like climbing through this hole. I'll send it to you. It's funny.
Please do.
And you've got like, it's on Danny's Instagram, but you can just see my Mary Poppins hat and I'm like climbing through this hole, and it's just like the glamour of showbiz.
I feel like the Backstage track is a show in itself.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, get a camera on that.
Shout out to our dressers, because without most of the time, G and Troy, we just couldn't do it without them.
No.
They're following you around for the whole show, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, we're following them round for the whole show.
The first few shows, G had to literally move me around.
Troy was fully manoeuvring me.
In the first 2 weeks.
My
so
God.
like, no idea where we were going.
Yeah.
It was so
Did
dark
you get a
backstage.
chance to shadow at all, like
No.
the previous cast?
No, so it was literally up to G and Troy.
There's no
to be like,
space.
over here!
Whereas I think people have done that on the US productions, because again, like
I've
the
seen that.
Gershwin Theatre is so big that there is piles of space, whereas all of our set pieces are in the air in the wings because there's no space.
Wow.
So,
oh my God, I want a Backstage tour. Can I come?
Yeah, you can.
Is that actually allowed?
yeah.
We've said on the podcast now, so it has to be. So it's happening.
Cut to
Thanks, see you soon.
all the DMs.
Yeah.
I want to come.
Yeah, cut to someone at stage. Hannah allowed that? No, not coming in. Got a picture of my face at the door. Don't let her in. Confessions of a drama queen. Okay, we have a listener confession here. Hey Hannah, I showed up to a table read without actually finishing the script. Rookie error.
Me tomorrow. So I've got to read a script tonight.
Do you? They said, I gasped at a major plot twist, like I was in the audience. Everyone stared. How do you pretend you're prepared when you're absolutely not?
Did I write this?
That is the most you thing.
Love from Zizi Strallen.
Love from. That would be me as well. Love you, Zizi.
XOXO.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll give that to you.
Hard relate.
How we
I'm
did
too
it with
much
that.
of a goody two shoes to answer that one.
You gotta live life on the edge.
Yeah.
How can you have a genuine reaction to something if you already know what's going to happen?
Yeah, like genuine reactions. That's hilarious.
Not you turning up to Wicked. Wait, Fiero goes with her.
Because I hadn't really listened to Wicked that much. Like I think I did when I was like 15, 16, but I remember the audition, they said, can you sing the end of Thank Goodness? And I said, sure, if you teach it to me. I was like, I don't know how that goes. They just like assumed that I would know how
Was
it
that the
went.
first audition when you were like, they hated me?
Yeah, no, that was in my recall, thank God.
Okay,
But yeah, but I was like, sure,
God,
you
me and
teach
my
it to
Les
me.
Mis. Me and my early Les
Did they
Mis
teach it to you?
auditions.
Okay, good.
Like,
They
oh,
said,
yeah.
do you know this bit? And I went, yes. Do you know this bit? Yes.
Oh, I love that. She's like the opposite to me. But like
Type A and type B.
I
Like,
love
literally.
that. Turned up to a table read and genuinely
Haven't read it.
I love that so much.
Well, just fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you
I always
make
say
it.
that.
And one day you could be playing Glinda in
And
Wicked.
you know what?
Yeah.
Like some people love that. Like just be yourself.
Yeah.
Do you? Like
And also, they might, technically, until you turn up on that first day of the table read, you're not being paid. So, if they expect you to spend...
things change. Like, they halfway through the reading, they might have changed the ending anyway.
There you go.
The table read.
Actually, just saving time.
Do you know what I mean?
So, like, they can't expect you to spend loads of time, like, preparing and, like, reading it, I guess.
I would say, like, try and read it if you can.
Yeah.
But we've all got busy lives. People have got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
You're there to work.
Or at least read a bit of it on the tube on the way there.
Yeah, skim read it.
Yeah, I guess if you're good at sight reading, then it's easier. But if you're no
they
good at
must
sight
be,
reading, it
God.
must be tricky kind
Yes.
of turning up and have never have read it before and not be able to just read it off the page, because that's a real skill, sight reading.
Yeah, my sight reading got a lot better in COVID because did you hear about the Corona Days plays thing that people started doing? Yeah, we there was a whole group of it. It ended up being like 80 people in the end, and we would be sent out a script, and then it was like a Zoom thing, and it became ridiculous because you could play any character. Your name got pulled out of a hat, so male, female, anything, and then the costumes just got wild. But it was amazing, but my sight reading got so much better because you literally get sent the script and then you've just got to read this character straight away, and it was great.
Like murder mysteries and stuff. When you get given a thing, you have to read. I'm not going to research that and like go home and like read it beforehand. Just turn up and do it.
I love that.
Turn up and do it, or read the script,
or read the script like
read the first page and the last page.
Yeah.
What?
I love that so much. Oh my god.
I can so see you in that story.
Just me like crying at the end.
Because you've never heard it before.
Because I don't know what's going to happen.
Or maybe you could just say, we were just trying to let the team experience firsthand, like how the audience is going to react to this.
I've done a workshop before though.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah, I've read it by myself and burst into tears at something, and then in the actual reading when we did the workshop, I further burst into tears.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You could just, if you're wanting advice on how to pretend like you've read it, just say, well, I gasped when I, read it, and now I'm just excited to see everyone else's reactions.
Even more
I'm just
reactive this time.
In character.
Yeah.
Finally, I wanted to ask you guys what your favourite part about Wicked for Good is.
No Good Deed.
Oh, yeah.
No Good Deed is a phenomenal scene.
Yeah, it's life-changing.
The orchestration, go and see it in the cinema rather than wait for it to be like streamed or whatever, just because the sound of it.
Yeah.
And those like booming orchestrations and the bass, and it's
a masterpiece.
It's yummy.
It's yummy.
It is.
Yum. Yeah, no, it is really good. And I really loved Witch Hunters.
Witch Hunters is fantastic.
He's so good.
Yeah. And I loved the ending of For Good.
Yes, we were
in pieces.
Actually, I was just as much a mess the second time as the first time.
So was I.
So that's good advice.
I think I need to go and watch it again.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. It's a beautiful film.
What an honour to have had you join me on the podcast this week.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I feel like we could chat for days about your lives and your careers, so I'll have to get you back on at some point. But thank you all so much for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, follow wherever you get your podcasts, and go and watch Wicked in the theatre. And at the
live
cinema.
experience.
The live experience in 3D with 4D sound, and we're all going to be famous. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Nativity.
Oh my God, of course it is.
I love that you just laughed with me anyway.
It just seemed like something you'd say.
Yeah. We're all going to be famous. I think that's all. That's all. Bye. Oh, I've got hair stuck to my hand.
Very good.
Bye.